Greetings, programs. This is Let's Code a Full 90, where we take the next hour and a half to dig into some source code and try to make our part of the world a little bit of a better place. I'm your host, Rob Menching, and today we're working in the Wix toolset, continuing where we left off, putting semantic versioning all over the places that the Wix toolset needs it. So let's just jump into it right now because we'll do a recap of what's left to do. This is the list we've been working on since, I don't know, episode, I suppose we can scroll up and find it, 13, 14, 15. And here we are, episode 15 had this nice list of things that we needed to check off. We did one last week, we did one before that, we did one before that, we did one before that. And also I declared that we're going to do patching later because I have a lot of work to do with patching, which means we have one ticket left here in front of us, which is the evaluate the dependency custom actions and all use of the dependency system inside the Wix toolset, its use of version numbers. And I think I spent at least half of the last episode just staring at the screen trying to decide how much of a backwards compatibility issue did we have. And in the end, I wrote this little note to myself saying, you know what, we won't break anything. We'll continue to maintain backwards support for 4.4 versions. And if someone wants to use the new Wix version, which supports semantic versioning and very large 4-part versions, then they need to bring all of their code up to date with Wix 4. Old Wix 3 code won't be able to read them. And I've kind of sat on that for the whole week, and I've kind of come to a place where I'm like, yeah, that feels about right. So that means we can go jump in and write the code. Now, I think we're going to spend all, if not almost all, of our time in the in native code today. So I don't know. I kind of jump between. Sometimes I like VS Code for doing native code. Sometimes Visual Studio works. I think I'm just going to stay in VS Code for a little bit here because a lot of the files are already open here. All right. So what were we looking at? We remembered that the dependency check dependency, the API to the dependency util, and all the functionality around managing dependencies inside the Wix toolset, we're using string versions on the outside, which is very good. They were using sometimes numeric versions inside the library, and that's where we're going to have to go target to fix things. So no problem there. We'll go jump in and do all of that. I think that's what we're going to have to do first. Also, the dependency system uses the registry for its backing store, which means we need to go into regutil and introduce another function that would read versions for us, or read Wix versions for us. Here, we already had one that could read 4-part versions, which were word. Nice thing is when you have a 4-part version that's made up of all of the words, then you can have a dword64 and hold all of them in one. This was a handy dandy function. Also made comparing versions super simple. You just said, is this one bigger than that one? And it all worked out. But we're doing something a little bit more complicated now, given that we have semantic versioning to throw in the mix as well, which means we're going to be using verutil's version here. And to do that, we need to include verutil in the set of things that regutil uses. And it's been a while. Like, I'm thinking, is there anybody else that has a dependency across files that we want to look at? Okay. Trying to remember, where do we include? Yeah, okay, there's dutil sources. Yeah, I think that means I need to include. So the definition of the verutil struct is in the verutil.h, which should make complete sense. So we need to go into regutil and make sure that that is working, or that we have that file included at the top. So we want to look at dutil, they put it right at the top with the fdef there. Okay, cool. So, you know, just like that, just like that, just like that, and we will pull in verutil.h, not double space. All right, cool. So now should be happier that we have reg read Wix version. Ta-da! So now let's go ahead and drop down and implement this in regutil. Did we have it? Yeah, reg read Wix version. All right, I think this is just a copy of, oh no, we did do it. Yes, right. Did a chunk of this. So we copied reg read version, which of course would read either a string and parse it as a file version, or read it as a keyword, also known as a dword64, as where we use it in most of the code. And it would reuse it either of those cases and be all good to go. So in our case, we can read it either as a dword64 as a string, and if we do read it as a dword64, there is a parse the version from the keyword, and then there is the parse the version from a string. So that says that most of this should be good to go then, which is pretty awesome. I like it. I like that a lot. Okay. We left this in a better spot than I even remember. I think this was kind of the last thing we're doing in the last minute, setting ourselves up to be parked on the downhill. That whole idea of leaving yourself ready to roll in everything. But then a week goes by and I've flushed it all to disk. All right, now that we have reg read Wix version, let's go into the dependency code and find all the places where we do the reg read. Reg read version? Nope. Nope. All right. Oh, this is dependency side burn. I want deputal. My mistake. Sorry. Let's try it again. Reg read. All right. I'm going to look through all of them, even though there's going to be the ID, display names. There. All right. So there's one version on 141. Is this the only one? This is dependency check dependency. This is the same function we're looking when we started. Pass in a string, and we're off to the races. Let's see. Let's see where to go from here. Okay, cool. That was interesting. Wait, when I float over that, I can select things inside this window. I did not know. I guess that'd be nice to copy and paste out of it. Hey, learn something new about VS Code all the time. Okay, so there's the reg read for that. Let's keep going and looking. So here we get a string, which is the display name, okay? Not worried about these, reg read string display name. All right, cool. So we only have this one where we read the version, which is good. DW6 version, min version, max version. All right, so the change here is that instead of using keywords everywhere, DW64s, we're going to use util version everywhere. And I think we just call them P versions. All right, so we'll call this one pointer to that. Now, let's see. I want to go look at verutil real quick because I just realized, yeah, okay, so it's passing the pointer into it. So it's allocating a version. Oh, and then we have release version. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I remembered whether this allocated or whether this is a struct that got filled in, but it is a struct that gets allocated. And which, again, it makes sense that it's going to have a free because it has strings inside of it. All right, that was kind of silly. Of course, we have to allocate it. All right, so we can change that one to that, and we will change all of these guys to all these things. All right, cool. Let's see. Star, P version, min version. Okay. P. All right, so now we are going to be ready to parse the two strings here into verutils instead. All right, reg read. Let's use our new function that we have and pointer to version, right? Right, cool. And also now that we've allocated all of these, let's go ahead and make sure that we release them. See, and then it's min max. Okay, min and max. Min, max. Okay, cool. Now we should not be leaking anything. Okay. So there's that. So now we are reading the registry version key, which is good. If there is a version, there is a version. File version from string. We don't want that one. We want the same one we used here. Ver parse version. So from string. And is this strict? Can I jump to it, please? Yeah, strict. Let's not be strict. Yeah, we'll parse the min version, not strict. And let's see how that goes. All right, I'll come back and look at that next. Parse that and all right. Okay. So now we need to compare these two, the min version and RP. So which is now our P min version. Let's go ahead and go. Yeah, let's not do that because then I'll get confused. All right. So we want, if we allow equal, we need to compare these. And of course, verutil has a litany of comparison functions. Compare parse versions. Compare string versions. Oh, that's interesting. Parsing is, we've already parsed them, so that's good. Parse version from keyword, free version, copy version. That's cute. And compare versions. All right, so we're just going to compare parse versions. And I do want that. And I do want that. So let's go. And result. Okay. All right. So now the trick here now is, let's see, which one do I want first? P version, P min version, and end result. Yeah, okay. I guess we're okay here. Failed to compare. Let's see. Dependency with min version that. Okay. Now I have to figure out off this end result. That's going to be which one's less than and greater than and all that kind of good stuff. And not flip the logic backwards. End result is an int. So we'll toss them up here. All right. So now we have end result, and I need to get this correct. Compare parse versions. If this and not SC version, invalid arg. Okay, if there's not a string version. If there's this and there's not an SC version. Okay. If they equal, they're that. I see. If this is null, oh, interesting. It handles nulls then. Okay. So if they're equal, it equals 0. If the left-hand side is greater than, it returns a 1. And if the right-hand side, version 2, it returns -1. Yep, okay. Is this in here? It is in here. Okay. And this is the same thing, right? If this result is greater than, return 1. So if the left-hand side is greater than that one, return 1, return -1, return 0 if they're the same. All right, let's see if I can get this right. Dependency util. All right. So what do we want to say? We're comparing. So I'm going to write this here because I have too many things in my head all at once. End result equals 1 when p version is greater than p min version. Negative 1 when p version is less than min version. All right, let me go double check that. So p version is first, min version is second. I think that's okay. I want to look here. So I'm looking at min version here. Okay, and then max version. All right, so they do switch them around. So here, DW version is that. So I'm debating the order of the parameters in this function right here. And I'm very hesitant to trust my instincts. So p version, if the first one has a value and the second one doesn't have a value, return a 1. If the first one does not have a value, the second one does, return negative 1. All right, so if the first one's bigger, return 1. If the second one's bigger, return negative 1. All right, just trust your instincts, or trust your reading of the code. Okay, so first one is bigger, 1. All right, so what do we want to say then? DW min version. So if we allow equal, and this, otherwise that. All right, let's do this one. So if end result so this is the same as result equals negative 1. No. P version is 1. DW min version less than P version, end result equals 1. Why am I being very careful with this on the stream? Because this is like the hardest thing to go. Make sure I don't mix it all up because I have so many things I'm thinking about at the same time on stream. I just want to make sure I get the order right. All right, so then here I want, this is negative, P version is greater than that one, yep. If we allow equal, then we want does not equal negative 1, it's greater than negative 1. How do I want to say that? And result is greater than negative 1. Because when they're equal, this equals 0. When end result, oh, what am I doing here? Let's see. Let's try, I don't know if that makes it. Been writing C# for too long. Gotten out of my habit of doing Yoda notation here. All right, let's see if this is a little easier too. So negative 1 when P version is less than that. So I want greater than or equal to, which is 0 and 1. And if end result is, and if DW version, P version is greater than that, then the result will be 1. Trying to decide how I want to leave this comment here. Sean, it's the standard way you return a compare result, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's the same. I think I like your way better, though. I agree. I didn't like that greater than -1. And then this one is greater than 0 equals 1. I guess. Oh, it could be big. Whoa, that's interesting. Not the thing. All right, the distance could be greater than -1. Is that true? I was curious. We don't actually give distance, do we? 1, -1, -1, 1, -1. Ooh, compare release labels. Compare D words, compare versions of strings. Oh, compare string. Okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I like that better. That does look better because that keeps the greater than equals in there, which is better than the -1. And I guess that's also more correct as it's greater than 0. So let's go lift this and do the same for the next one. But this time, the max version. Now, the tricky thing here, of course, is that DW version, this guy switched this time. And I think that's the right thing to do here. I think that's the right thing to do. And then it keeps the if statement the same. Is that right? I'm looking at the wrong one. Can I see both? Yes. P version. Yep. Yeah, that's... And by flipping them there to there, then we keep it smash. I guess that's probably the way to do it. It's probably better to do it that way so you keep the logic the same. Yeah. Cool. Cool. All right. So, man, that's like the hardest part so far of everything. Yep. If that, check that. Parse the max version. WZ max. Yeah. Just want to make sure I don't copy the. Drop that in the message. Get the 64-bit. Oh no, that's not right. All right from that. I'm just gonna say that instead. There we go. 64-bit doesn't apply anymore. Okay. Reading through, making sure I don't have any copy and paste silliness here, which is all too easy right now. Okay, P version switched. All right. As we make burn print out warnings when it'll parse the versions and they were F invalid. It'll parse the versions and they were F invalid. Oh, you're saying I don't quite follow, Sean. Let's see. All right. and now, too many words with dependency. Do I have check in here? Check dependence. That's the other way around. Check dependence, and that doesn't use the version. Okay. All right. All right. Wow. Okay. So, what is next? Burn prints a warning for a version like 1-A, 1.A-B, or 1-A.B. Okay. All right. Man. I thought this was going to be... I thought there's going to be more to this. I knew that this logic was going to be the thing that's most tricky to get right here. All right, so let's go through. Just want to point and look at things. Okay, here we're going to read the version, but this is just going to be a read string. That's great, and we don't need to push Wix version. This is what we just did. We're going to convert min and max version into versions. Okay. Min version, parse it right there. Famous last words. Thank you, Bob. I really appreciate that. So many votes of confidence right now. Doing math on stream, or essentially this stuff is like, brain overload. And then we're freeing all the versions. Register a version, but this is going to be register string. Yep, all right, that's all good. Register dependence, again, a min and a max, but those are stored as strings, which is great. And we're back to top. Okay. Okay. So I think that takes us back to the custom action. All right, so the custom action uses the dependency. So real quick context, we're now back in the custom action on where inside the MSI, you can have an MSI that checks its dependencies, and then if it finds something is still dependent on it, it can exit the install silently or with failure maybe. And again, the versions are stored as strings, which is good. Right here, they're coming out of strings. They're compared to strings because that's what the function we just updated was all about, strings. And I think we're kind of, that's the end of it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we read these two, we use it to do the check. It gets back a set of dependencies, and then if it finds any, it tries to show a message, to the user with that information. Yeah. But it doesn't have the version in it, so we don't have to worry about the version information there. Wow. That went well. It's nice when we didn't push dword 64s everywhere for all our versions. It made this a lot easier than I thought it would be. All right, so this is the low-level custom action. Now let's go bump up to the Wix toolset side with the compiler extension. So we're in the dependency custom action. Here we need to look at the compiler and see where it parses the version. Oh, right. This is a decision made along the way to bring dependency deeper into the Wix toolset. Because it was a native part of Burn, we decided to make it a native part of the Wix toolset so that we didn't have this dependency on this custom action. So I'm thinking that the actual parsing for the provides element, or is it the requires? The provides element? Is not here. Right, this just creates the dependency checks. Yep. All right, so you know what? Let's go jump over to Visual Studio where I can get the compiler. Let's see. Compiler is huge though. Where do we think it's going to be? not here. If we sync up to directories, compiler, oh look, compiler dependency. I should have tried that first. Okay, so let's look at the versions. This is our get attribute version value, which is going to then, if we go look at the code, use our parse helper to get and compare against the Wix version. Yay! So we are comparing the versions in the dependency against Wix versions, which is what we want. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Discouraged version attribute. Right. So if a version attribute should not be authored in or for an MSI package. Okay. Right. This error message basically saying, hey, you shouldn't be setting version numbers on your MSI packages when they're inside bundles. Let the Wix toolset get the version from the MSI because we can read it straight out of the MSI. That's what that warning is about. All right. So if there is a version, use it. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Min max, get a version value, get version value. So these are also going through all of our cases with the include minimum maximum. It creates those symbols, which then will get turned into the MSI. All right, parse provides also a version value. Well, cool. That's actually quite awesome. So next stop is we gotta build again. We gotta build the whole world and get some tests for this and validate that they're working. And this is gonna be probably one of the trickier parts for me here because I have to figure out where to put these. I think they're gonna need to be integration tests. I think that's probably where we're going with this. You know what? Let's just do a clean build. Let this run in the background while I poke around in all of the tests. So let's see. Let's look at the dependency custom action tests here a little bit. What does these things kind of check? Yeah, it's validating that when you use this extension that the custom action gets scheduled inside the MSI. That's fine. Oh, it's also testing the dependency provider data. All right, let's see. Let's look at that real quick. Test using provides. Test data using Wix for using provides, and then build those two. Okay, got it. Let's look at the package. So it requires minimum. Provider requires minimum that. Okay. And then we have the package version up there. Now, I didn't see, I could have just been blind. All right. I need some of these tests to stay open for me. Okay. This is where I should be using Visual Studio probably. All right. I didn't see 1.0. Nope. Yeah, so we're not querying the provides table, I guess. Okay. Provider key that minimum. Enforce yes. Seems like it would be a good check for this to pick up to test that version as well. All right, let's see. Let's see. We're in a package here. We're in a package, right? Yeah, all right, so we're in an MSI and we want to see where the requires goes. And this is the requires in either one. All right, fine. Parse requires, minimum. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Let's follow where min version gets put into. The Wix dependency symbol. Okay. Where does that go? Oh, we can look in the custom action here. this is the custom action that's querying it to make sure it's coming from the correct table. So this is coming from, where's min version? Comes from Wix4 dependency. All right, so we're coming from the Wix4 dependency table. That is what has the min version, which if we look at this fixture, it's only getting the dependency provider, which is the first one. All right, let's see, how do I want to do this? I really want to, yeah, I want to add these. I want to add this. Now, as soon as I lose focus on this code, I'm going to create a breaking change inside this test, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and do that. How far did we get over here? So we are still building Wix itself, which means we haven't got to the extensions, which means by me saving this file, we will fail the extension build, and I can go ahead and add some of this data. Yeah, I think that makes some sense. Let's see. All right. Waiting a little bit, waiting a little bit. I don't think it's going to give me enough data when it fails, though. No, it's compare line by line, but it's going to tell me it's missing some lines. We'll see. We'll see how much data it gives me when it gets to the dependency custom or the dependency Wix extension. If it's not enough, then I'll have to bring up the project in Visual Studio, which let's go ahead and find the solution. Copy path, there we go. I want to let this test go ahead and run before I try to open the project one time. There's the ball extension. Let's go ahead and real quick look at our build order here. Build all. So this build all that's in the source directory shows you the order of all the layers that get built. And so after Wix comes the extensions, and in the extensions command is the order of all of the extensions being built. And we just saw ball go by. Yeah, so we're still in the ball Wix extension. NetEffects is next, com plus dependency. So yeah, the rest are in alphabetical order, right? So these guys have, some of these extensions have dependencies on these three. So we build these special ones first, or these more important ones first, and then we come down and we build a dependency. Or then we build them in alphabetical order. Unfortunately, dependency is pretty high, so we should fail pretty quickly on the test. Let's see, here we go. We're still building the ball extension. Oh, maybe we're in the... Let's see. Just waiting for it to fail. Just waiting for it to fail. Because then we will be able to add... So what I want to do is get the lines added for the table. So real quick while we're waiting, this build and query builds the MSI, all the files in here, and then it queries these tables for us and returns them in tab delimited format. And so I'm expecting Wix4 dependency down here, rows down here at the bottom, and I want to put all their values in with the 1.000 to see this number. And then I want to change this into something larger than something that Wix4 supports that MSI versions don't necessarily support. All right, we are currently building the NetEffects Wix extension. You can see it kind of floating through this text in here. Next is com plus after this one finishes. There's com plus, and then we will be doing the dependency custom action, and it should fail. If it doesn't, that'll be very strange. All right, cool. Com plus test. Now we're into dependency custom action. Yay, building, building, building. All our new code. Yeah, well, and that's part of it too. I wrote code in here. Or did I? I don't think I actually changed anything with dependency CA. All right, run the test and fail one, please. And give me nice error messages. Yes, actually, this is quite decent. I can work with this. All right, so the second or third row has these pieces of data in them. So we've over time been adding 0, 1, 2. So it goes here. We've been adding special Wix assert, and this compare line by line is really nice because the one provided by the assert for equals that compares strings does not provide enough data to be helpful. All right, I'm just going to run this again. Now that I have that row, and I couldn't tell from the error message if there was another tab on the end. Unfortunately, it doesn't spit out that. I wonder if we should change Wix Assert to change tabs into -t's just for our own use because they're invisible. Oh shoot! I started everything for. What happens if I stop here? It says everything is up to date. Let's hope. I didn't mean to start everything over again. Extensions dependency. All right, let's see if we can make this guy run. Oh, import dev and 17. Get my ms build on the command line and then build this, and let's see if it works correctly. Nope. All right. Actual. Oh dear. Yeah, now I'm really wishing I had tabs in here. Bummer. If only you could use, yeah, if only I could use all those cores. Fine. Let's copy the project, the solution again. Open project or solution, please. No. Don't upgrade the Wix project right now. No, I don't care. All right, can we run our tests in here now? And will they run in ncrunch? Let's see if I can get running ncrunch. Sometimes it may just work. Enable ncrunch. Yes, use the settings. And we're looking at this code here. And it's a matter of getting these tabs correct. That's what we're trying to do. It's not going to build that, but will it still run the... Oh, it did. Oh, right. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Okay, great. So I can go to here. Let's debug it. Oh, I love it. All right, awesome. So now we can see our results, and we want to be 0, 1, 2, view. No, 0, 1, 2, that one tab, 0, 2, second one. One tab, using requires tab, 2 tabs. See that right there? No, you can't see that. It's way too small. I'm sure it's way too small. There are 2 tabs right here, according to that message. Let's see if I got that right. I think I read it right. Oh, pin. Ah, dang it. I didn't pin it in time. That's fine. Now, let's see if I change my test data using provides, change my packs, and I want to change this to 1.0 beta 9. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Carotene, beta 9 carotene, something like that. Here. Okay, this should fail. Please run the test again. Debug test. Yes, good. Fail. There we go. Pin this thing so I can see it. And it changed from 0 with the 2 tabs to there the beta. All right, cool. So we got the beta 9 in there now. So we know it's getting through the code. Great. Great. So now, what do I want next? Let's see. Let's go back to Visual Studio Code. There we go. That's now beta 9. Great. Bring up our command prompt here. This should all build. Now, do we start over or do we run it ourselves? I don't know if we care about samples. And then we'll get to integration tests. All right. And integration tests is where we want to go spend all of our time anyway. So let's see. Are you done building? Yes, you are done building. All right, we're going to go up. We're going to let the extension. We'll just let this extension run real quick and go dig into the tests, the test code. Source tests. And since I think burn is kind of the root of all of the dependency evaluations, we can do a lot of work on it from here. And in here, I thought, yes, there are a number of dependency tests. All right, groovy. Yeah, okay. Now these are integration tests, which means they tie together, they use the whole Wix toolset, and they don't run on our machines because they actually do installs of bundles and MSIs and uninstalls and all kinds of changes that then validate that the machine state ends in the correct state at the end. So I'm not running them locally. I'm gonna have to switch to running them on, we'll run them up in the CI system. But I do want to enhance some of these or add new ones to have these new version capabilities. And to put it together, we kind of have to look at all these different packages, how they get built, because you see it actually builds the package, the bundle, and then it verifies if this package is installed, because it shouldn't be after it just built it. Then it installs it, verifies that things are registered, then verifies the MSI, which means that MSI is inside these things, and so on and so forth. So we need to kind of go and look at all these tests. And look, the slipstreaming test doesn't work yet because patching doesn't work in Wix 4. It's an issue assigned to me. That'll be fun to come back around and fix. Probably not doing that stream though. It's not gonna be fun. It's gonna be really boring. Burn doesn't use any of the version functionality of the dependencies. That's right, it doesn't. It only, that's right, it doesn't, there's no test here that does the MSI with the custom action in it, and the MSI says don't install me. Sorry, a bundle that contains an MSI that will not be, and not be uninstalled when the other bundle removes it. But it's doing that because burn is doing the checks, not because the MSI is returning uninstalled. Yeah, because burn does all the work to manage the dependencies on the MSI. But we should be able to do it ourselves. So we could use a bundle. This may work. Oh, okay, let's see. Will this work? We register a bundle. We put a bundle, an MSI in a bundle. We register that. And then we attempt to manually uninstall the MSI if the MSI has the Wix dependency custom action in it. And it should then, the MSI should refuse to uninstall because it has the bundle dependent on it. Let's see if we can get that version correct. And then if we put a newer Wix, a semantic version on the bundle, then that should register as a dependency on the MSI with the new semantic version, which then should be validating that we are uninstalling, or that we are testing the new code. Okay. That's me mostly talking to myself out loud to see if that actually holds together. I think it will. Let's see. Can minor upgrade from patch? Okay, let's see. Patch. Can uninstall with add-ons. Okay. Upgrade. Uninstall dependency packages with bundles uninstalled and first in, first out. Uninstall dependency packages. Okay. In order to test the new code, you need to try to install an MSI that requires a dependency that's missing. Oh, it's only this way. Okay, so see, I've been thinking it's the other way around the whole time, but it's not. It's only us depending on other things. Okay, well, that's an easier MSI to create yet. Okay. All right. So I need to take a dependency on something, I can take a dependency on a bundle that has the new version in it and then try to install the MSI. That might do it. Okay, let's see. Doesn't lose it. Failed major upgrade. Okay, let's try that then. Doesn't rollback package if pre-existing dependents. Doesn't rollback package if package install if pre-existing dependents. I'm curious what this means. Yeah, get all this stuff out of the way. Burn rich depends on failed packages. Oh, interesting. Okay. On failed vital, removes dependency on upgraded. Dependency provider. Okay. Skips cross dependencies. All right. All right. All right. Let's see. Let's go look and see where these test data lives. I think it's all test data. Oh, maybe. I haven't been in here in so long. Let's see. Test data, and then where are you? Oh, okay. Let's see. Test context file name. Okay. So it pulls the file name implicitly. So we're looking at things in the dependency test. Gotcha. There we go. Right. Okay. And then package AV1. Let's take a look. I assume these guys are going to be. Okay, we're going to be using props. Props to include that, and then AV1. The Wix proj is pulling in the props. It includes the dependency. Oh, this guy's using dependency custom action, maybe. Excellent. So we already have some guys using this. All right, so we need one that does a requires. Can I search within here? Oh, find in folder. Oh, yes, that worked perfectly. Requires. Who are you? Product components, where are you? Package B. Oh, Dependency test package B. Requires this. Well, awesome. Provide a key Wix version, that test group name, AV1.0. Okay. Fascinating. So, how many of you have that? Whoop. Did I not copy it? All right, let's try it again. How many of you define this provider key? Only one provides key. All right, let's go here. So what do we have? We have too many files open. We have product components for product AV1 that defines that, and product components here that requires it. So here we're saying product package B requires package A. That could be very helpful. All right, now can I get back? I'm gonna start closing some of these other things just to get them out of the way. Man, all right. I hope we're done with those files. Famous last words. Oh, Bob already used that. All right, back to our dependencies test. So AV1, what do we want? We actually want this one, which is B. Let's see, how many things use package B in here? All right, you do. Keep upgraded package after. Uninstalls orphan, can uninstall with base add-ins. Okay. Upgraded base add-ins. All right. So reset package states. Oh, in the controller. Okay, gotcha. And keep upgrade. Okay. It looks like we're just carrying along the requires inside all these tests and not explicitly testing them as part of A and B, which is fine. Which is fine, okay. But this is awesome. Although there might be, okay, I'm back to the top again. What were this test doing? Doesn't register dependency on package not selected for install. Package B, request state none. Okay, I was gonna say if package A is none, presumably that would prevent B from being able to be installed. Okay. All right, so let's look at bundle B real quick. These are packages. Let's look at bundle B, make sure it's not too complicated. Yep. Lots of if defs in it to try to reuse as much code as possible in the test. So, and then we pull in our bundles, which is this bundle B. Oh. This bundle B contains package A and package B, but I should be able to set the request state of package A to absent. Yeah, so if we install bundle B and we turn off package A, then package B should get upset because it won't find its dependent, presumably, if I've read all of the code correctly. Dep enforce equals yes, so that's the custom action that should bring in the custom actions. This enforce this test, that means that this MSI, which is in the B package, which is package B, should fail when it can't find this provider's key, which I should be able to force by simply turning off A and not anything else. All right, so let's just look through here at all the places that package A is set to no. Oh, okay. Well, that was easy. There's only one case. All right, I'm going to start with this test. I think I'm going to the bottom. I didn't copy this already. Okay, good. I never know where to order all these when there's so many of these. Okay, so we want to say cannot install when dependency unsatisfied. I need better words. Satisfied. Okay. I don't care about that. Do I? No. All right. Package A, package B. Do I care about bundle A? I don't think I do, because bundle B has everything I need in it, I think. False, false. Good. Bundle A. We're not installing bundle A. I don't care about the XC at all. All right, I do want this. But I want this to stay normal. All right, so let's see. We want this to say prevent install of package A to cause package B's enforced dependency to fail the install. Boom. All right. Now I have to remember how I want to validate that this is false or fails. Is it purely verifying that it installed is false? Bumblebee verify. What are all my options? Oh, let's clear this, please. Whoa, copy too much. Yeah, okay, that's great. That's what I was. I want to install. Okay, I don't know if I care about these. What case am I looking for? Really? Okay. Oh, now I'm... This is the part where I'm like, I don't remember. I haven't used this code in so long, so where is this coming from? This is coming from the create bundle installer. Create bundle installer. That gives me the bundle installer, which is public partial. Lovely. Partial class. Install string. Returns the path to the log file. Oh, I see. I can read the log file for explicit messages. Is that what I'm going to get? I don't remember. And I don't know what expected exit code I'm going to get out of this. Okay. Well, this is going to be fun, isn't it? How do I want to test this? I didn't expect to get here today. Expected to have a little more time to go kind of poke around and figure out how I wanted to test this. Okay, so I don't know. I really don't know what exit code it's going to give me in this case. If it's just going to give me 1603 or whatnot. And I saw those that return the path. I wanted somebody that what did you do with the log path? Oh, you just returned it. That's not what I wanted. I want to see a test that grabs the log file and then log verifier. Okay. And then I can look for something like that. Exactly. All right, something a little bit more like that. Oh, it's all in the same test. Okay, great. Thank you for your help. So let's go. I just don't know what the exit code's going to be. No. Enum, public enum. Which one? I'm gonna guess it's just gonna be a stall failure in the end. Probably. Error, install, failure, that. What are my other options here? Params. Oh, I could pass arguments to the install. Yeah, okay. I'm not worried about that. I really just want to try to install it, see it get that failure, give me the log file. I don't do that, and then I would expect it to get whatever the dependency CA returns. Well, yeah, dependency CA can just fail, so I think it's just going to give me something that's not terribly helpful. All right, we'll call it something more useful like that. Bundle b install log file path. There we go. And that's not the answer. Okay. All right, so thinking through this, what can I do to test it? I have an idea, but I don't know if it's going to work. But let's just see if I can poke around a little bit over here on my other monitor and get a couple things set up that are not prepared to be set up, but I can copy. Let's see. So what are we doing? Yeah, let's see. Maybe I can get away with something like that. Okay. Okay. All right. So we do need to get these tests built. So hopefully the custom action or the extension's finished. They did. So I should be able to go into the test and just run this test command. And if I didn't mess too many things up, I should be able to build now. We've got 20 minutes to see how far we can get to the end of this. Oh, I did mess it up. Variable is assigned to its value, but never used. Oh, yes, fine. So what we're doing, create A, create B, create bundle installer B. Oh, I don't get these built until I run through this part of the code. That's going to be a little bit tricky. Although, so it built all that. I want to run this only a little bit. Oh yeah, see, this is going to be very hard. Very challenging to run this. Okay, let's see what we get at the end of this. So this is doing what I'd hoped it was. It was building all of our integration tests to the test data. So let's, that's moving too fast. I can't grab. All right, there we go. All right, so there's our dependency tests. Bundle B. Oh, wait. That should be bundle B. That should have everything in it. Ready to go. So if we do a hack right now and take out A, okay, all right, let's try this. All right, let's take out A, let's take out the sexy package because I don't care about it either. And this bundle B is 10 megs right now. Yes, I want to change it. All right, so bundle B, that on the original. Okay, stop. Yes. Okay, what are we doing? We're gonna just tell it to build them all again. Yeah, I hoping I don't have to run the tests here, but we'll see. Maybe I will have to, but we'll see. I'm gonna try this and see if it works. All right, what we want to see, get that out of the way, is we want to see bundle B much smaller. That's not much smaller, but the MSIs are probably small. So it is smaller than the original, and the XE probably was really tiny. So maybe that's correct. Why is it 9 megs? Is it the test BA? Is the burn that big in debug? All right, whatever. Okay, we're gonna try something interesting and see if it works. All right, so let's go with all right, so what did I do? I tried no, not C, D. All right, let's see. Yes, I trust my folder. All right, we're gonna try this real quick. I had a little bit of luck with it, but I haven't tried it much. So what I'm gonna do is I've told it to, I'm gonna create a Windows sandbox, see how far I get here. I'm gonna open, I've told it to host the folder where all these things are getting built to, the dependency tests, as the C: dependency test folder inside it. So let's go ahead and try to launch this just for the heck of it. And if it works, oh, it's opening up on another monitor. All right, here's Sandbox trying to open. Okay. So Windows Sandbox, go to C: dependency tests. There it is. And there's our bundle B. Wow, this is, how can anybody, all right. I probably, if I change this, it's not going to be useful. Show file name extensions. Yeah, oh my God, look how much space there is. Wow, all right. Open another thing here. Look at our temp folder. Oh, okay. Wow, it definitely gave me, oh, I see, I have some utility account. Great. All right, moment of truth. Let's see what happens when I try to run this bundle and what, well, this is what happens in general. Okay. I should have, oh, no, come on. Fine. Tasks manager, thank you. So more details. I just want to make sure that the bundle is, yeah, see the bundle's still running in here. I think because the test BA expects certain parameters and we're not passing them, but let's just look and see what we get in our log file here. Failed to load, wow. I don't know what that is. SRC client. Okay, now we're in debug, so we're gonna get all the extra errors in here that we have to ignore. Okay, and find what I'm looking for. Dependency, where's detect? All right, detecting 2 packages. All right, here we are. Oh, neteffects, fine. Present, great, found it. And detected package B is absent. That's good. So then when we go to plan package state absent, present, execute, install, uninstalls. Yeah, all right, great. So looks like we are trying to install package B, which I'm hoping will fail, but it looks like we then died because we couldn't load SR client. Failed to load library SR client.dll. System restore? Is that system restore maybe? That's my best guess. Search the web. What do we find here? Yeah, what does it say? Windows 7. It doesn't say what it is though. So maybe we can't run inside a sandbox. That's kind of makes me sad. What does it say it is? SR client deal. Yes, for Microsoft. Thank you. What's it used for? No. No. I really want to know what it was. My guess is it all correct. Oh, that's unfortunate. I really kind of hoped that that would tell us that would just work. And the bundle's stuck now. I wonder what's... Well, maybe it doesn't like the sandbox. Something about this doesn't like the sandbox. I wonder if that's us. Yeah, I didn't expect anything to be in that log. And that connect to the elevated engine cannot. It just feels like that's the point at which we try to do to turn off system restore, and maybe system restore is gone in. I didn't get the right one. One of these. If I kill the right one, it should kill the other two. There we go. All right. So what does this MSI do? It installs this MSI. Sorry, this bundle installs this MSI. What does this MSI do? Very little. Package B. Installs itself. Yeah, I was thinking that there is a flag to return, kill, or to not do system restore, or to avoid it. Option in the bundle code. Suppress system restore. Yeah, the problem is that, yeah, well, it's maybe it's delay load. We should delay load everything, so. I wonder if this is a Windows 11 bug that we just found. All right, I think I've got to the point where I trust this bundle enough to try it once on my machine. All right, let's bring up temp folder here. Look at all that noise. Okay, here we go. Yellow. I don't know if it's going to need elevation prompt or not. I wasn't watching. It does. Yes, I trusted enough to run that. And keep doing that. Control Shift Escape should work on my machine now. Details. Name. Well, the good news is it didn't run on my machine. Oh, there's packageb.log. All right. Let's see. Did it work? It installed the product. Oh, 1603. That's good. That's very good. And requires. Now I have to go find the error message that the custom action is going to spit out. What is it? Wix for dependency. Doing action. Hello, if you continue the product without product because one or more dependencies are missing, do you want to install anyway? And Burns says no. Return actual 1603 because there's nobody there to say yes to it. Or rather, probably the test BA said no. Oh, right. Well, awesome. I do wish it said why. It'd be nice if it said which product was missing. Don't really want to add that feature right now, but that worked. Okay, so that worked. Let's delete all of these guys again. Let's delete these logs. Now let's look at this log real quick. Bundle B. Yes, oh, no. Package B. That's what we're looking for. Yep, he tried to run. Yes, lots of variables being set. There's our planning of package B. Yes, I know your debug dump here. Test BA cache. Ooh, okay. On cache begin. Are we going to get the MSI message back? On execute MSI message, common data, start. There it is. Awesome. Action start, MSI execute message. There. Let's see. So that tells us that it started, but I don't see a more useful error message being provided in there. Part of me was hoping that that error message would end up in here, but that was too much to hope for. What can we say? We can say that we should find this. We should see the action start of the Wix4 dependency custom action. And that we failed to install package B. Okay, those are both things we could validate in the log file. That the last action start is this. That tells us that this was the last action to run inside the MSI. That's actually pretty decent. Okay. All right, so I want to see, without sticking debugger and everything, got rid of all the dependency tests, got that. I want to change this now in product components package B's minimum version. I'm going to change this to beta.9. No, we'll do it doesn't matter. Does not matter up. 420 dash. Yeah, there. Okay. 420. Alpha 420. It's a big alpha. All right. So now if I go back and build again the tests, should populate this folder. Nope, that's the actual temp folder. It should populate this folder with bundle B. That should be again around the 9 meg. I think it's 9 meg. And then when I run that, oh, interesting. It worked on my machine. So it works on Windows 11. So SR client is just missing from the sandbox. All right. So there's our new bundle B. I'm going to let those things finish building over there. All right. So if I run this again, I expect to see the exact same thing in the log file, which isn't a strong test, but it is something. Then, all right, so if this fails, as it should, that tells us that at least it parsed the code, because we have debug builds here. So the custom actions, if the custom action couldn't parse the Wix version number, which is the code that we wrote, then we'll see those errors instead. Well, we'll see different errors than the nice error message from the custom action saying, hey, you cannot find this one dependency. It'll give us something else. This custom action failed, and it should log why it failed. All right, that's great. Do I want to wait for these tests to finish? Not really. Okay, here we go. Bundle B again. There's some noise. So here's our old files. Our new files should appear above them. Let's go. Dependency test, run log. I should get a prompt for elevation. There it is. Run. We should see a package B log, and then in my task manager over here, yeah, it's gone. All right, bundle B is gone. So if we go look at the package B log, remember we're expecting to see the same thing. And we did the test. May not work properly because one or more dependencies. All right, that's good. So that says that all of our code ran and parsed everything, and it did not find the test. So now we could bring, now to actually validate that it works, we should be able to put package A back in. And Sean's saying that f 1.0.0 should satisfy the 1.0-beta whatever dependency, where the requires something it provides that would test the function on the other tests. So you're saying I can. So you're saying that this should now install. If I bring back package A, which if we look at the code here, this provides this, MSI provides this, and its version is whatever the MSI version ends up being. Where does it get that from? Templates. Okay. ... Let's see. So how do we go? ... Test. Wait, here we are. 1, 2. All right. Test data templates. Got it. I'm expecting it's version 1. Just want to kind of check here. Package. So if the version is not specified, it's going to be version 1. And I don't think we're specifying the version for this. Right. So that says that this MSI that contains this should be version 1.0.0.0. And if I now install this, it should work because I put package A back into the bundle. And I'm saying I want anything later than this alpha. And 1.0 should work. All right. You know what? I trust these MSIs enough. Let's go ahead and try to build them locally. Again. Is this them? Yep. Nuke that. Bring up my temp folder as well. Tests, we're going to see. Fortunately, the dependency tests are built fairly early, it seemed. I say that, now I have to wait for them. Okay, so what are we going to do? We are building a new bundle. We're building this bundle again. This time it will have package A in it, which means it should be a little bigger. Yep, it's not 9.2, it's now 9.3. 9,300 kilobytes instead of 9,200 kilobytes, so I'm going to guess that has the MSI in it. So now this bundle B, oh no, 10.6.4. I'm looking at the wrong one. 10.6.7.4. Yeah, okay. Should have the MSI in it now for sure, which means it should probably install, which means I'm going to have to turn around and uninstall it to get it off the machine. But you know what? We've got 2 minutes left. Let's end on a high note, I hope. Or a low note. Either way, we'll know what we're facing from here out. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Install this bundle. We should see new log files at the top. That's them. I'm getting a prompt for elevation. Run that prompt for elevation. Go, 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 go. Look, there's package A. There's package B. Wait, why did A roll back? That's a bad sign. That's a bad sign that A rolled back. Let's just look at package B. Wix 4. Dep. Dependency, this requires. Failed the dependency check for that. Boom, look at that. My code failed. All right, cool. That's why we're doing this. I did something wrong. And we get to figure out what more data is available. Huh. Huh. Okay. Of course, I closed that code, but let's go try to bring it back. What? Dep. Wix dep ca. Failed dependency check 4. Failed dependency check for that. Not found. What instead we got was error more data. Error more data. Okay. Error more data. Dependency. Dep check dependency. Dep util. Dep check dependency. Error. More. Okay, so it's not in here. And dep check dependency. That means somewhere in here, in all this code that I wrote, something's wrong. One of these things failed. Unfortunately, we don't get the logs from, or the dutil information out of these back out. So that's where we leave it today. We leave it building, which is farther than we've got anywhere to this point, and we have something inside this function returning error or more data, which could be that function that I added, that function that I added, that function that I added, that one, or that one. So somewhere amongst all of those places, all those places is our bug. Should be information I think we only enable that in burn. I don't think it's enabled on all the custom actions. All right, well, it's been an hour and a half. It's been great having you with me. It's just fun. We actually, honestly, we got through the stuff that I thought was going to take the longest much faster than I thought we would. And we got to do a couple tests and found out that Sandbox something about burn doesn't like Sandbox, which is interesting finding in and of itself. And I think we're close. We just got to go find out where the error more data is at. So we're going to leave it right there. I'll be back next week. And until then, you guys keep coding. We'll pick up here. Bye.